Hey guys, welcome along. So this is the start of my YouTube journey. Wanted to put more content out there just to show you what goes on as being a fitness photographer, my traveling around the world, my shooting with clients, just giving insights into my journey, what I can help people achieve, and also just what goes on. I know a lot of people who are interested in doing a shoot, interested in doing content, just want a little bit more information. And also it's just, I suppose it's interesting to see another person's journey. So we're stood here today in my gym, which is based in Crawley in West Sussex, right next to Gatwick Airport. I only opened this May last year, and for me, I remember walking in here the first time and being like, I've got my own place now, like this is crazy. And now to the point where like every weekend it's booked up and it's amazing. The whole reason why I opened this space along my journey, it was to have somewhere where I could bring people in, have them a safe space to be able to work in. It's a little bit colder at the moment because it's still winter, but it's a safe space for people to come into, experience going through a gym shoot, put themselves through their paces, and then hopefully walk out the door as a different person. You know, more confident, they've achieved it, they've got their result, and actually found the version of themselves that they were potentially looking for. And it's been amazing to help people document that, to help them find themselves. You know, I've had a few people message me saying I've changed their life, which for me is something I never thought I'd end up doing. So it's been amazing to open this space, have all of this equipment in here, and just have a facility where people now want to come to me for that experience, which I never thought I'd have before. I started out as a photographer, as someone who just enjoyed taking photos. I used to do a little bit of BMX work, I used to do a little bit of mountain bike work, and actually going back to a fact that I actually shot some BMX photos on the roof of this building a couple of years back, before I started any of this journey. And when I got this building, I was like, wow, I remember shooting on top of here, that's amazing. And the fact was that I loved capturing things. It was that moment of like, when you're doing triceps, that was a good start. When you're doing triceps and you just get that shot right and someone just looks powerful and strong and you get it right and they go, wow, I love that shot of me. Or someone that's in my cube over here and they get to see themselves looking like a model for the first time. You know, that whole experience of capturing that, I realized there was so much value in it. And you know, I've also done weddings. There was a point where I actually took a shot of one of the bride and groom that I used to work with at a previous company. And I took the shot and I showed them it, and she was stood there next to her, I think it was her like niece or something like that. And she just burst into tears and I was like, oh, what have I done wrong? And then all of a sudden she just looked at me and went, you've literally made like my day. Like that's the best shot I could have asked for. Like I don't care about the rest of it. And I suddenly realised just the value in just capturing that moment for someone, like being able to document it and go, this was a part of your journey. And me being a part of that just felt incredible. Like I never realised that being a photographer could do that for someone, or a videographer or anything like that. So I opened this space up for people to be able to come in and just find themselves effectively. Like all of this stuff in here is like, you know, have you got really good legs? Do you want to show them off? Are you strong? Do you want to feel confident? Do you want to show like you're like blah blah. I'm going to screw up a lot in this, and I want you to get used to it. I don't even want you to cut that bit out. You're going to see the progress that people make. Like you're going to see yourself like seeing the progress that you've worked so hard on to bring out. This whole cube here is the whole point of it is like a mindset shift. It's not just so much about just putting you inside of a box and you think that's just a black box. Actually, it's a point of being in somewhere where you feel like a bigger person. You feel like a creature that can express themselves and show themselves off. I've had guys in here like look like Calvin Klein models. I've had girls in here going, I never would have done anything over the top like that if you hadn't have pushed me. And they've walked out of here finding that they can do those things that they said they couldn't do. And for me, it all stems back to when I was told I couldn't. Like this whole journey has been about, someone told me before I wouldn't lose weight. I went and lost 38 kilos and looked the best I'd ever looked. I found my confidence through it. I found my abilities. I also then pushed on my photography more, which then had led to what I am today. Someone said to me before that I wouldn't potentially end up having, you know, like the business that I've had now is too hard work. Now I've got people that work with me all over the world. I get to travel. I get to give my son a better future, all from just pushing myself to do more. So the whole point of this YouTube channel is to show this is what I get up to. This is the people that I work with. This is the experiences that people see and get, and also just how my life works. So I'm excited to share more with you. And like I said, it's going to be exciting. There's going to be lots of variety. We're going to give you lots of knowledge and tips, and also just an insight into my world and what goes on with my clients. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the journey.